It was cold, and it was dark. In 1901, Greek sponge divers found something submerged in the vicinities of the Greek island Antikythera. It was a shipwreck waiting to be discovered, more of a treasure ship than a treasure chest, with riches hidden within. It contained coins, glassware, vine, pottery, marble, statues, jewelry, and more. Among them was a small green corroded metal device, which was totally ignored for around 75 years. Later, some scientists took an interest in it and discovered that it was a device of great complexity that could predict astronomical positions, named the Antikythera Mechanism. One of the true wonders of the ancient world. Antikythera. What does it mean? And what is the device? Where was it found? And who does it belong to? How was it made? Is it from Earth or left by some species unknown to humankind? Or was it human intelligence? The Antikythera mechanism is a device used by the ancient Greek to predict astronomical orientations. This device could predict eclipses, and not only that, it could predict astronomical orientations and eclipses decades in advance, as well as the 4-year cycle of ancient Greek Olympic Games. Call it a calendar or a modern artificial intelligence computer. It is now known to be one of the oldest analog computers in history. How and where was the Antikythera mechanism discovered? We know that it was found on a shipwreck. But who discovered it? Captain Dimitros Kontos, with a sponge divers crew, discovered the shipwreck in 1900. They recovered the treasures during the expedition with the Hellenic Royal Navy. It was down approximately 150 feet. The Antikythera mechanism was retrieved in 1901, with numerous treasures such as glassware and jewelry. Studies to find how exactly the Antikythera mechanism ended up on the cargo ship were underway. Some studies suggest that it was being shipped from Rhodes to Rome, including the looted treasure, supporting the victorious parade staged by Julius Caesar. In 1902, an archaeologist named Valerios Stais discovered that one of the pieces of the device had a gear wheel in it. Initially, he believed that it was one of the astronomical clocks of that time. Many scholars believe the Antikythera mechanism belonged to a time ahead in intelligence because it was too complex to be of the same era. Studies and investigations came close to none. But then Yale University professor Derek J. de Sola Price took an interest in the device in 1951. And then, later in 1971, Price and Charalmpos Karakalos, a Greek nuclear physicist, generated X-ray and gamma-ray images of the 82 fragments and then published an extensive paper of 70 pages recording their findings in 1974. How complex was the Antikythera mechanism? In 2008, a team of researchers from Cardiff University used technologically advanced high-resolution surface scan and computer X-ray tomography to generate images of the inside fragments of the mechanism and read the delicate and faintest information inscribed, once covering the outer casing of the mechanism. What did it find? The results found that it had 37 meshing gears of bronze, which enables it to track the movements of the sun and the moon through the zodiac, to predict eclipses and track and model the irregular orbit of the moon. For example, the moon's velocity being higher in its perigee area than in apogee area. This specific motion was studied by an astronomer of Rhodes Hipparchus in the 2nd century BC. It is also speculated that he might be one of the main individuals behind the Antikythera mechanism consulting in its construction. It is also speculated that one portion of it is still missing and that the mechanism also calculated the orientation of the 5 planets known to ancient Greeks. The Antikythera mechanism is extremely accurate in its calculated prediction. It includes pointers or hands for the first 5 planets, namely Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, visible to the naked eye. It also includes a rotating ball that shows the moon's phases. Although through decay from being underwater for years, the parts that initiate these hands are gone. From the text inscribed on the front plate, it was confirmed by Jones and his team that it was modeled by using many mathematically complex gears. It was extremely accurate to such that the planetary motion was precise within 1 degree in 500 years. How can a primitive society be so precise in astronomical calculation? Was there other intelligence at play? It was so technologically advanced in its era that nothing came even close to it for approximately 1,500 years. This device is in a container the size of a shoebox and cannot predict such accuracy. Is this even from this planet? It did seem that the manual or the information to build it was lost through time. Maybe because it's a unique device or could be too expensive to build. It sure is highly complex and intricate. Since this device is very modern for its era, some studies suggest that there might be old precursors in archaeological context. Is there a built-in instruction manual? Or is it a message from a distant, advanced society? The writing on a bronze surface behind the mechanism suggested that the inventor interpreted the instructions in the ancient Greek language Koine Greek. It includes the dials, functions of the mechanism, and cycles. The text isn't specifically telling anyone how to start it, and it does require some basic knowledge of astronomy and how it works. What could this text really mean? Is there hidden knowledge coded within the mechanism? Although numerous functions have been figured out, the real deal about who used it or who it belonged to remains unclear. Researchers suggest it could be at a school, a temple, or even a fancy mechanism for a rich family. There isn't any comparable artifact, and it's that unique to its kind. There aren't any explanations written on it, so it is hard to tell who and where it was used. But the fact that it was invented and is a very complex device still brings out more questions in our minds about who used it. Was it only used for scientific measures, or was it more than that? Researcher Jones and others suggested that around 3,400 Greek characters inscribed on the device, and many more even in thousands, are missing due to the decay of the mechanism underwater. Through analysis of the languages, they discovered the mechanism referring to the size, eclipses color, and winds surrounding it. It is also said that the Greeks believed in the specifications of the eclipses being good or bad omens. Because of this very belief, the device was itself predicting the future, including possible good and bad omens. Is it possible they used this device to predict other future events? Where is the Antikythera mechanism now? For the purpose of storage and analysis, everything retrieved from the shipwreck was transported to the National Museum of Archaeology in Athens. The Antikythera mechanism and its delicate fragments are kept there as well, with a certain number of replicas and artistic reconstructions to demonstrate how it may have looked like and its mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism is a complex device of gears used by the ancient Greeks to predict astronomical orientations from the zodiac, including the eclipses and the four-year Olympic Games. It is known as one of the first analog computers. The device was found in a shipwreck containing numerous treasures around 150 feet deep underwater. Due to decay, parts of it were lost for eternity, and the device was ignored for years until researchers began to take an interest. It turned out this device itself was the most significant treasure found in the shipwreck, using gears as its core mechanism, the size of a shoebox, and such outstanding output. It is truly a unique discovery, helping us uncover more mysteries about ancient Greece and intelligent civilizations. This device itself is a mystery because of its complexity and accuracy in predicting the astronomical orientations decades in advance. Mysteries are still surrounding it as to who used it, the lost characters, the delicacy and accuracy of how it was made in that era, amongst other findings. Studies are still underway to unravel the mystery surrounding the Antikythera mechanism. Stay tuned for more next time. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up icon. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications for new videos.